Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Joining me tonight, the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. It's Jay Williams.
Ed, you continue to surprise me, my man. I didn't know you knew about the Queen City.
All I know is you're the king in that town in the Garden State.
Well, we're going to find out who the king is on the court this evening.
Here's a steal. Dangerous pass. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
And the Rockets have the rebound. Westbrook across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Ivica Zubac. Huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Oh, he had him there for a second. To Capella. Clint Capella. Missed his first. That one goes.
Old school equals high percentage.
Kawhi Leonard sizing up Eric Gordon. Trying to cash in, almost, but no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
To Beverly. Gets to the basket and scores.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
James Harden at the controls. And too much contact.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Russell Westbrook, tough matchup against George. To Harden. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Kawhi Leonard. Wide open look, won't go.
And as a shooter, this is when you start to second guess your shot. You've had 3 wide open shots that you just can't put through the net, but still, keep hunting your shot.
Beverly into the front court. Down 4. Terrific vision. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Paul George at the line for 2 shots. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Houston takes over. Driving right to the basket to Harden. Couldn't keep it in. Off James Harden. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. George here against P.J. Tucker. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and he knocks it down, Jay.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Harden with it up top. Down by 1. To Rivers. Nothing going here on that drive. Austin Rivers to Harden. And counted at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Down for Harkless. Around the perimeter. Beverly to Harkless. George to the basket, but it won't go. The follow won't go either.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Paul George. To Rivers. Nothing going here on that drive. To P.J. Tucker. Harden. And Jay, they call the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Gerald Green. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Williams into the front court. Down a point. To Beverly. Beyond the arc for three. And Patrick Beverly plays with so much confidence. Zero hesitation, knocks it down.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody.
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
George gets it in the right corner. Beverly buries it on the catch and shoot.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Harden. Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
A simple touch foul.
Patrick Beverly, that's his first personal
First try, no good. Good bounce back, hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. It's LA Clippers ball. He throws it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Oh, ferocious slam inside.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Final shot of the period, no good. He couldn't get it to drop. Horn sounds ending the first quarter. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast. And the thing I love about it the most, there's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
Hart with the basketball. They trail by 2. To P.J. Tucker. Harden. No good. That's great defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Gets it to go. And the foul.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Oh, big finish at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Harden gets it in the left corner. To Harden. Baseline drive. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Paul George. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Patrick Beverly tips it. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Patrick Beverly. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Number 0, Russell Westbrook.
Harden to Gerald Green.
Number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
Rockets with 4 to shoot. 4-3. Westbrook bothered just enough on that one. Leonard. And the rebound comes down to the Rockets. To Harden. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Harden. Paul George to Williams. Green with the basketball. Trailing by 4. Kawhi!
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Los Angeles Clippers. Number 20,
Fareed. To Westbrook. George.
Coming through.
To Beverly. Leonard. Can't connect from inside. Westbrook with it. Looking to make something happen. To Harden. Capella. To Harden. And a whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
that's his third.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for Houston, number 10, Eric Gordon. Entering the game for LA, number 23, Louis Williams.
Leonard. Off the mark. Westbrook. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Paul George. Fareed. To Westbrook.
2 minutes left in the second quarter.
Capella to Fareed. Swings it. George against Westbrook. Short jumper off the mark. Knocked loose. That's off of Leonard. Out of bounds. It stays with Houston. Time to shuffle things up.
For the Los Angeles Clippers, number 22, Maurice Harkless.
Harden to Westbrook. Fires the three, and Russell Westbrook, he can turn a game in an instant. Hits the three on the quick release. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably, it's your soul.
Westbrook into the front court. They're down 3. Fareed to Capella. In the slam.
And the defender's got to take note. Otherwise, that shot's going up all game long.
Leonard to Paul George for 3, and Paul George, not sure why they left him that wide open, takes advantage.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
To Beverly. Paul George to Beverly. Harkless. To George. From long range. And Paul George good on the quick release there.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Russ at the controls. To Harden. Doesn't get the bounce. That misses with 2 seconds to go. That'll do it for the first half. The Clippers are out in front. All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Leonard. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
James Harden. 3 for 6 now.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. Gordon on the drive, but he can't get it to go. To Leonard. Stuffs it down with authority.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
To Capella. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
George had made his first three, but that shot off the mark. Westbrook with the basketball. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Harden to Westbrook. Going to launch beyond the arc. Tough shot there for Westbrook. He always thinks it has a chance. To Leonard. And finishes strong.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
To P.J. Tucker. Lays it up and in.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Paul George. Beverly. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. Harden to P.J. Tucker. Westbrook to Harden. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Leonard. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Harden into the front court. His guys trail by 10. To George. Down low for Leonard. Big finish at the rim.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
To Harden.
Number 13, Paul George.
To Capella. Clint Capella. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Beverly into the front court. Lead stands at 10. And look out.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
It's Harden. Brings the ball up.
Defense, let's go.
To P.J. Tucker. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He's a scorer and an elite passer.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter.
Well, first off, energy and persistence conquer all things. But look at the way they're setting screens. Look at the way they're communicating to each other. They're actually hitting people on those screens, and they're coming off those screens with their hands in a target area, ready to shoot the basketball. When you play the game with that kind of precision and that kind of energy, you see why they're in the lead.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. It's the Clippers with the possession now. George, he has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
Nothing going here on that drive. Harden to the basket, but his shot stays out. Beverly. From the painted area, won't go down. Harden in possession. His guy's down 11. To Rivers. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. A shot at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The fourth quarter coming up. And a nice advantage right now for the Clippers. It'll be Rockets basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. And they're not totally out of it just yet, but you'd have to say they have lots of work to do to get back in this game.
They probably have to put together some kind of 10-0 run to get back in this ball game, but this is when an opportunity has a chance to become magical. I've been part of it, and I've seen it happen so many different times. Just because a team has been dominating you the last couple of quarters doesn't mean that you can't start believing in yourself, that you can do anything you want to do on the court at any given time. You watch, once you start to believe, you'll get back in this game.
Beverly into the front court. The lead is 15. Patrick Beverly. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
You've got to get that one to go. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 1.
George here against P.J. Tucker. To Beverly. Harden. Cruises inside for 2.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
George to Leonard. Has a look. Shot for Leonard, no good. The follow won't go either. Beverly to Leonard. Clint Capella sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Harden. Oh, nice find for the basket.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Off the mark. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Paul George. Clint Capella snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Couple of cracks at the line now.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Eric Gordon, couple of free throws on the way. A career 81% free throw shooter. Nope, first one does not go. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Kawhi Leonard takes on Eric Gordon. Message received. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Fareed. Westbrook. Harden.
That'll be a winning formula in overtime every time. Answer a 2 on one end with a 3 on the other. Ed, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think a 3 is more than 2, correct?
That is great math, my friend. And throws it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Paul George. Strong finisher, Paul George.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
To Leonard. Here's a chance from long range, and Kawhi Leonard buries the 3 with a hand in his face.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Kenneth Fareed powers it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Fires the 3, and that's rebounded by Houston. To Fareed. And count the basket.
Get it, shoot it again.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
George against Harden. Kenneth Fareed sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Scores from the post.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston. They're down big in this 4th quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Harden to Westbrook. Lets it fly from long range, and the Clippers able to clear the board. To Williams. George. Oh, he's been on target from downtown, Jay. He's 5 of 6.